Hi, Shari Levitin here, talking about how resistance takes persistence. I know you get objections, you've heard them, you've probably heard them all. You could probably write a book about objections. Let me ask you this, have you ever seen a hologram? Yep, that's the question I asked you. Sort of one of those artificial shapes. Now here's a bigger question, you ever tried to kick one? You know, you're like trying to kick a hologram, what happens? Nothing. You know why? Because it's not there. It's not real. So I'm here to tell you that a lot of the objections you hear aren't real. What does a great salesperson do? What a great salesperson does is gets beyond the excuse to the real objection. Now, how do you do that? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at probably one of the biggest excuses, I guess, that you're getting. I know, it's money. You know how I know? Because that's what salespeople all over the world tell me, is that the biggest objection they get is the money. So if the customer says, "Ooh, gosh, it's just too expensive," before I answer that objection, I'm going to go through Objection Handling 101. I want to see if that's the real objection and the only objection. What not so great salespeople do is they try to overcome that objection. Hitting that hologram, nope, you're gonna isolate it. So here's what you're gonna do. Customer, it's too expensive. You're gonna say, gosh, I'm sorry you feel that way. Let me ask you a question. Let's say it wasn't too expensive. Let's say it was less money. Why would you wanna go ahead and do this? See, now they're gonna tell you the reason. What you wanna do is isolate. Take that objection out of the way. Always think, isolate, isolate, isolate. Then let the customer tell you, well, we'd want to do it because we think that it would really give our child the chance that they really deserve because they're not getting the right education right now. Well, why would that be important to you? Well, because education is the most important thing in our life. And I went to a good school, my husband went to a good school, and I'm just scared that if Tyler doesn't get the attention, he won't get to a good school. Now I've taken the logic of it being too expensive and I've gotten the emotion. And now I can look at them and ask them what that education is worth. See, here's the thing. Usually once they tell you the real reason why, you don't need to close them. You don't need to be a hard closer. They'll believe it when they say it. So what you want to do whenever you get an objection, particularly money, don't drop the price. That loses value. What you want to do is ask them why they would do it if it wasn't so expensive, and then you want to raise the value. So then you could tell a story about somebody else who did it and the great value they got. But I want you to remember is that most of the time when you get money, it's simply an excuse. It's not the real objection. And I can tell you this, the best way to win a battle of logic is to fight it with emotion.